let's take a little tour around the Singer Featherweight C240 sewing machine. So if this is a brand new machine for you, we are doing a ton of videos to help you master this machine and not just use it for just a straight stitch, but truly understand your threading, your bobbin, how to take care of it, which needles to use when, and what in the world are all the stitches that are up here used for. So you really can utilize your machine to its fullest. So when you turn the machine on, it comes to 0, 0, which is your straight stitch. So when you want to pick different stitches, all you need to do is actually dial in the stitch number that you want. So if you want stitch number 27 to 7, then that will show on the screen and it's ready to stitch. Now if you're curious which foot you should use with that particular stitch, touch the I for information and it says 1A. So in your accessory box you have a foot with a 1A on it and that would be the right foot to use. Now if you wanted to make that stitch narrower, you can adjust the setting for this stitch. The maximum stitch width for this machine is actually 7 millimeters wide. And you'll notice a little red dot will highlight when you've changed it from its default setting. So if I was looking for back to normal setting, when that light disappears, that was the size of the stitch that it is normally set at. So width is here, length is here, so if you want to make it longer or shorter, again, once you change it, that light will kind of indicate that you have changed it past the normal setting. You can stop with your needle in the up position or the down position. So as you're sewing, it's nice that I like to have my needle stopping down in the fabric. So if I just lower the presser foot and I push that, then the needle will constantly stop in the down in the fabric. So to hold it nice and tight, easy to turn a corner, or if I'm doing machine applique, easy to work my way around different shapes and curves. There is a locking stitch on this machine. We'll get into how that is used. You can speed up or slow down the machine. So if you are just feeling like it's going too fast for you, slow it down. If you're working with a youngster, that's not a bad idea. I'm going to go back to 0, 0, and you can really find that you can reduce the speed so it is not so quick when they sew. The other thing that you can do, let me just show you this, and the presser foot is down. I don't have any thread in the machine, that's why I'll be able to run it without fabric, but there is a start-stop button right here. So if I go ahead and push start, or play as that universal symbol is, I can reduce this speed down. Let me go ahead and slow it down, and then that way it's not going so fast. So can you hear the rhythm? That's very easy to keep the fabric evenly done. But when I want to go faster, I can go ahead and bring that all the way up. And now that will really take off. But just a push of a button stops it, and a push of the button starts it. I love to use this button when I do decorative stitches, especially when we talk about sewing out all those decorative stitches. So a row of each of them, and you don't have to hold the foot control down with your foot. You can just use the start stop button, and that's really easy. The other button down here is actually to sew backwards or in reverse. Now up here we have tension. We'll do a video on tension, but you know what? When you use good quality thread, you take care of cleaning out down below underneath your throat plate. Put a new needle in when you start a new project. You really don't find yourself needing to adjust the tension. Don't blame the machine for tension problems. It's usually just you or I not threading the machine correctly. So just review how you're supposed to thread the machine, and I'll show you some tips along the way. But good quality thread, don't put old thread in this machine. It's not worth it. So quality thread makes a difference, a new needle, a clean machine, and this machine is going to easily get through all your projects. So let's get into how we wind a bobbin, thread the machine, and let's master our needle threader.